It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 6th of June. I'm Michael Groff. Be prepared for another scorcher out there today. An excessive heat warning in effect through Friday night. And so temperatures not only above average, but near record territory today and just shy of records for tomorrow. And then a gradual downtrend in temperatures through the weekend and early next week before another round of excessive heat potentially returns by the middle part of next week. Now, as for rain chances, there might just be a few showers and storms over the higher terrain, but we're not expecting anything down here in the lower deserts. And of course we're not. It is early June, the driest time of the year on our calendar, typically. All right, let's get into it here. The almanac from yesterday, 108 degrees was the afternoon high, 82 was the low. That's the first 80-degree plus low temperature that we've had so far this year, the first of many, many, many that we'll see. Obviously, those are above the averages of 102 and 75. And as we check Sky Harbor right now, the low temperature so far this morning, as of the time I'm recording this, 87 degrees. My goodness. And so we are expecting a very warm start to the day and very warm day ahead. This will probably be our warmest low so far. Now, of course, we still have about an hour, a little under an hour, about 48 minutes before sunrise. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a very hot day. Currently, at least these are the 4 a.m. observations at Sky Harbor. It was 88 degrees, dew point at 47, 24% the humidity, light wind barometer rising. All right, upper level weather pattern across the nation. Why is it so hot here across the Southwest? Well, the obvious reason, high pressure is sitting right on top of us. And so as a result, the heat dome is here. The heights are up. There's very little cloud cover to speak of, and so as a result, with relatively dry air in place, temperatures will be fairly toasty. Now, you have noticed dew points are creeping up a little bit, and that may hold temperatures down a degree or two from what they otherwise could get to, but still, it's going to be very hot today. The main storm track remains well to the north of us. The watch warning map, wind advisories for a good part of North Dakota, a little sliver of South Dakota and northwest Minnesota. But the main story on this map is the heat. South Texas with heat advisories and excessive heat warnings out here across the Southwest and the valleys of California. And for Phoenix, that excessive heat warning runs through 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Obviously, yes, that extends up into the Mojave Desert, Las Vegas, sizzling hot. Could be 110. It was 108 there yesterday. So it will be very toasty for the next couple of days. The convective outlook, we've got a marginal risk of severe storms over parts of Texas and Oklahoma, as well as the eastern part of the Florida Peninsula, and for the middle and upper Atlantic coast, all the way up into parts of upstate New York. Some thunder possible for the higher terrain of northern and eastern Arizona today. Technically speaking, we could hear a few rumbles of thunder there, but mainly high-based convection, not much precipitation with that. And that's bad because that, of course, could spark off some wildfires. We do anticipate a little bit of thunder possible north of the state today, too. Reno, Lake Tahoe, up toward Jackpot, Nevada. Twin Falls, Idaho, maybe the Treasure Valley of Idaho, around Boise and Nampa. Could hear a few rumbles of thunder today also. Here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, not much. Again, isolated showers and storms over the higher terrain. They probably don't amount to much in terms of measurable precipitation, but I suppose one or two spots could pick up some measurable rain. Why is this weather pattern so darn hot? Let's get into it right now as we explore the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go, the GFS, the 06Z run. This is valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure is in control. And those upper heights getting up to around 588 to 591 decameters. And there is this little upper low off the Baja coast, and we're going to watch that for bringing in just a tiny bit of excessive moisture here across the Southwest, or a tiny bit of moisture, but not going to be much. What it means down at the surface for today, hey, mostly sunny and hot. Highs 109 to 113 here in Phoenix. The record high for today is 111, and we are likely to break that. Tonight, partly cloudy sky. Again, an isolated storm in the eastern part of the state this afternoon, but we'll just see some high clouds at times. And you know what that might do? That might just hold those temperatures up again. Lows mid-70s to mid-80s. Oof. And then tomorrow, more of the same. Partly cloudy in the morning, or partly sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny in the afternoon. High temperatures still around 108 to 112. Now on Saturday, temps should back off at least a couple of degrees, maybe a few degrees. Partly sunny sky. We should stay just shy of the 110 degree mark. I'd say highs somewhere 105 to 108, 109, somewhere in that range. But it's still pretty hot out there, and obviously that's above average. But we do have this upper low that's off the Baja. We're going to keep an eye on that feature. A few showers and storms possible in the higher terrain each day, and that'll continue maybe into Sunday, maybe. And here, temperatures will trend down a couple more degrees, about 103 to 107 for Sunday, with partly sunny sky. Partly sunny on Monday, highs 101 to 105. On Tuesday, we still have this upper low to the west, and again, an isolated shower storm possible in the higher terrain around the Four Corners, but overall, not much to speak of there. Wednesday, it's the same story. This upper low is now beginning to track east, maybe opening up as a wave, at least according to the GFS. Should that happen? Yes, some high clouds, maybe an isolated storm, but other than that, we're going to stay dry here in Phoenix. Any shower and storm activity would be confined to the higher terrain and well to the north and east of us. And temperatures are going to start to warm up again next week, too, because we see evidence of a strong ridge building in from the east. Now, here's a week from today. Okay, this is Thursday, the 13th. All right, you got the old 594 ridge off to the east. You've got this little low pressure area tracking on in. And again, if that's right, yes, we might see a shower or storm over the higher terrain, but here in Phoenix, it's just more of the same dry conditions and fairly warm. That low could serve to knock heights down slightly and knock temperatures back a couple of degrees, but we'd still probably be anywhere from about 107 to 110 if this verifies. Going out 10 days. This is Saturday the 15th. Now we see a rather prominent trough here setting up over the Pacific Northwest and along the West Coast, and those negative height anomalies even extending down toward the southwestern United States. And so this would knock the ridge off to the east, and temperatures might back off a few degrees if this is right at least. We've seen a number of different solutions. This is way out at 10 days. We're trudging into fantasy land here. But if this trough continues to evolve as models suggest, as the trends suggest out at 9, 10, 11 days, temperatures could actually back off quite a bit, maybe even back to or below normal. But, you know, it's mid-June at this point, and that's kind of a long shot. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix. This comes off the GFS ensemble. This goes out through the 20th of June. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members have any measurable rain in here, and barely measurable at that. The ensemble mean, it's basically null. And the European ensemble, same time over the next couple of weeks, basically nothing to worry about there. Temperatures off the national blend of models, hot, very hot today, tomorrow, lowering a little bit as we go into the weekend and early next week, but overall highs staying somewhere in that 105 to 110 range for much of next week and beyond. And there is a small chance we could see slightly cooler weather way out there by and just after 10 days. Overnight lows, by the way, at least in the mid-city now, will be in the 80s. And look for that trend to continue for most of the summer until, of course, we see 90s coming in as we get into July and August. All right, yeah, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video, it's due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. And if you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video and make those monetary contributions to us. Or you can donate to me directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is the email address. That's GROFF show@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of SweetChildAZ.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name. It's called Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her latest blog. Check out her videos. Check out everything Michelle related. It's all linked up down in the description. And of course, our streaming station available 24/7, 365 for you. What do we do there? Well, we play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun there. It is called KMGX. I highly encourage you to listen to it. All right, one other piece of business. June 6th, that is today, and gratuitous shout-out time. It is my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to my brother, Garen Groff. I won't say how old he is, but he is my older brother, so I'm happy to say I'm the youngest. Yeah. Even though I actually do feel the oldest. That's what happens. That's what happens at this elderly age. You never know. Sometimes the mind starts playing tricks on you. Yes. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Please do be safe out there. And you guys, yes, you better stay cool, stay hydrated, find the shade, stay indoors, especially, I'll tell you what, during those peak hours of heat, during the midday through the late afternoon, noon to 5 p.m., want to avoid that heat as much as possible. Anyway, do that, please. Please. I'm reading too much about people with heat strokes and dehydration, and it can get you very, very quickly here in the Southwest this time of year. People don't realize that. They say, oh, it's a dry heat. Yeah, well, guess what? So is an oven. And it works pretty efficiently, doesn't it? All right, thank you so much. You guys be safe and have yourselves a great rest of your Thursday.